Cool. So again, thank you, Mark, for reminding me to record this one. Yeah. So like I was saying, on the user group, we've had a lot of banter and a lot of chat this week about maybe some of our more advanced users beginning to experiment with different tactics on Twitter that they can use to extend the reach of their post, and then through extension of that, extend the effectiveness of the content on their actual campaign. So what I wanted to talk about today, and there was a few different parts. It was like Twitter behavior, because I don't know if I know that Wayne would have been here. I think it was maybe a week and a half ago when we did a training with Hayden on maintaining your Twitter accounts as if they're actually still Twitter accounts. It's not completely automated. You want to still be posting to them as an individual, and you want to customize them as an individual would, as opposed to sort of like a fully automated system. And this is sort of like a nice segue to add on to that training, where we're pretty much just going to talk about how to use Twitter to benefit your stages, how to use Twitter to increase the amount of people that follow you back, and really how to use Twitter and Staged in perfect synchronization. So to start off this week, I just want to give a quick shout out to Wes, or Wes Rocks 360. He put together a lovely document. Only a couple of spelling mistakes, Wes, but we won't hold it against you. And it's really well pieced together. I think I can just go download again. Let's just get that going. Oh, no, it doesn't even want to do that. There we go. We'll just go preview. So, I mean, in terms of the content that Wes covers, he gives you about, I think it's just over 10 steps, which Wes has used during his period of time with Staged, and it goes a long way to explaining some of the different reasons for why Wes has had success. Obviously, he's not just following 100 people a day. He's doing a lot more than that, and because of that, he's garnered a lot of success, a lot of attention, and also he's got a few monetary results, which is also incredible to hear and see, because at the end of the day, that's what we're all here for. That's what we all want from Staged and from Twitter. And so Wes is sort of like the bright shining knight right now of our Staged user group, just because of the amount of success that he's getting. So again, congratulations to Wes. Thank you so much for this document, and I hope everyone's had a look through. It is on our Staged user group Facebook group. So please jump on that if you aren't already. I know most of you will be, and you can find it there. Wes has given it out for free. I know it took him almost days. I'm talking like about 36 hours to put this together into a document that was respectable enough to be put on the Staged user group. So we worked really hard on it. So make sure you go have a look. Another little point that I'm going to focus on today is how to manually stage and tweet in order to garner the greatest percentage of people following you back when you go through and do your daily following. Because I know that if you're posting relevant content and if you're posting engaging content, the amount of people that follow you back is naturally going to increase. But another way that you can get people following you back with an even better ratio is to effectively post just prior to doing your following and unfollowing. And I know it was either Wayne or Avery. I know you're both in at the moment, so maybe you can give a quick shout out as to who actually put this on the user group. But I know one of you mentioned this sometime this week, where you said that one of your tactics was actually to do a manual stage just before you go through and do your following and unfollowing, or hopefully just your following for that day. And you do that for every Twitter account, just so when you follow someone and they go to look at, check out your account, they can see that, oh, this guy's really active, he's regularly posting content that I'm interested in. So I'm just going to do a quick run through of that and show you how to do it, because a lot of people don't know that manual stages directly go onto, your Twitter feed almost instantaneously. Within minutes they appear there, but also that you can tweet through the Staged dashboard, that you can actually use that as almost like a broadcasting service, and you can quickly tweet out little messages to garner some interest as you move forward throughout your following and unfollowing. Awesome. Okay, so just as an example today, I'm going to use one of my Twitter accounts, which is called Dancer HQ, and it is a hip hop dance type dance. I don't know, sort of a I suppose it's just a dance account. The reason I chose it is because my wife's a dancer of the hip hop variety. She loves it. So, you know, I know getting 25 accounts can be a bit of a struggle. So you can tell by the time I made Dancer HQ, I was right at the bottom of the barrel of my ideas. But I like it. You know, it's cool. I think I designed it well. So what we're going to go through today, like I said, is we're going to post a manual stage, and then we're going to go through and do our following. So pretty much today, I have brought up a hip hop dance video. It has 27 million views. So in theory, every one of the people who is following Dancer HQ or is looking to follow Dancer HQ is going to have seen this video, and it's going to be one of their favorite dance videos, I hope, just purely based on the popularity that the video has garnered. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to stage it. Stage. Awesome. I'm going to go down to, where are we? Dance. Oh my gosh, I haven't even put any social campaigns on the account. That's a big boo-boo by me. But let's just assume that my Dancer HQ is on there. We're going to add the stage group, obviously, because that's really important. We're going to add some hashtags again, because that's really important. So we're going to go dance. We're going to go hip hop. Those are two goodies. I'm sure that's going to get a lot of people looking. And then obviously the keywords here, which you've got dance, dancing, hip hop, Alexa. All of these things are going to get people interested. And then we might as well edit the title. I'm going to say the best hip hop dance duo ever, and maybe some exclamations there to get really people excited. And then we're just going to stage it, and we're going to open that stage. Cool, that looks perfect. Like I said, you know, I've got my Twitter feed on there. It's a pretty basic stage. I haven't really put much effort into the campaign itself, but that's what it's going to look like, and that's obviously going to appear on Dancer HQ. Now that I've got that lined up, I'm going to go through to my Twitter builder, and I'm going to come down to Dancer HQ. And now what I'm going to do is I might, you know, send out a preemptive tweet, because I know that the manual stage is going to come through in a couple minutes, and I'll just say, like, stay tuned for the best dance. I don't know. I might not preempt it with the exact same words. I might say, stay tuned for my favorite dance vid. Hashtag dance again. And we'll just tweet that out. Tweet was successfully sent. And now that I've started showing some recent activity, so as soon as someone clicks on my profile to see what I'm all about after I've followed them, they're going to be like, wow, this guy is literally posting, you know, content that I'm really engaged in, that I really love, and he's posting it as, you know, as recently as a few minutes ago. I love this guy. I'm going to follow him. So again, all I'm going to do is go to a studio in LA that my wife often goes to. Is called Movement Lifestyle, and I know everyone there is regular dancers. Oh my gosh, I spelled that wrong. There we go. You know, they're all regular dancers. They go there on a regular basis. They've got a vested interest in dance as an art. And so I'm just going to go show me their followers. There's 41,000 followers, which is incredible news for me. And again, I'm just going to go follow as you would on a daily basis. And then through extension of that, when they look at my account, they're obviously going to see that I'm posting relevant and engaging content with a cool looking campaign to go around it. And then the likelihood that they engage in that campaign and they click through on the advertising that's on that campaign is increased. And so that's, again, it's a great tip from Avery and or Wayne. Again, none of you have shouted out who it is. So I'm just going to say it's Wavery. And yeah, that's sort of the point I wanted to touch on today. It's a little bit more of an advanced point for people who have fully set up their staged campaigns and profile, because I know it's a little bit hard to go through and start doing all of this when you're still trying to get that initial, it must have been Wayne. Okay, Wayne, awesome. Okay, well, thank you, Wayne, for that. You're the best. Yeah, so like I said, it's hard to do this when you're first starting up with Stage. So if this is going a little bit too in-depth to you, I do apologize. Like I said, on my training on Tuesday, starting from next week, we're actually going to change the format of the trainings, where we're going to do a beginner, intermediate, and advanced training one of each of those, again, on the same days, but a slightly different timing schedule. But you'll find all about it through the Facebook group and then also through our weekly stage newsletter. But it just means that, you know, someone like Mark, who can request, you know, whatever topic he wants us to cover, he can tune in maybe to the beginner or the intermediate, because that's sort of like in the whole setup process. And then maybe someone like Wayne, Wes, or Avery, who have developed their own, I suppose, their own ways of doing things with stage, you know, they can tune into the advanced one, which would typically be on the Sunday. Awesome, guys. On Tuesday, we had someone who wanted to talk about Pixlr and how to use Pixlr to edit the images. I don't know if they're on here today, but I will cover it in a private session with that person, just because Pixlr is a great tool, but I can tell you firsthand that Hayden and Kevin from our development and our head office have been putting a lot of work into making the image uploading service and the image hosting service with Stage a lot cleaner, and it's going to run a lot smoother, and it's also going to make it easier for you to manipulate and edit them from right here on Stage. So Pixlr is not something I really need to go through, especially to the guys that we've got on right now. So it's at this point in time that I would say make sure you tune in on Sunday. We have another training. I think the training on Sunday is actually going to be at 3 p.m. just because at 6 p.m. There is another corporate meeting, so it's not going to be at 6 on Sunday. It's going to be 3, which means that Wayne, you're going to be able to tune in a lot earlier at night. It's not going to be bedtime for anyone over there on the East Coast, which is great news. Cool. Okay, so you know, let's wrap this up before I start talking to. There we go. Thumbs up from Wayne there. So he likes the idea. I always thought the Sunday at 6 p.m. was a little bit late for people, but we were just trying it out. Like I said, we've only been doing these trainings for about a month now. So thank you for bearing with us as we, you know, as we grow and evolve as a big happy family. Awesome. Okay, so we'll do a quick Q&A. I believe the mics are open, but if you feel like typing in any questions, yeah, Wayne. Oh, Wayne. Wes, we do record them. At the moment, we're still trying to ascertain what's the best venue. We want them all to be. We don't know if we want them to be on the Staged corporate YouTube yet, or on, like, you know, Bryn Staged or Ross Staged, because we're obviously the two people who do the trainings more often than not. We do record most of them when we remember. You know, today Mark had to remind me, as he so often does, and I know Wayne reminds me almost every training. So thank you for that. But we do record them. We do have them saved, but we haven't figured out a place to host them yet. But when we do, they'll no doubt be easily accessible, and they'll also go onto the Facebook user group in some way, shape, or form. If anyone else had any questions, feel free, shout them out. Like I said, the mics are on, but you guys are all resigned to typing in the message box. You must love the way I sound. For any of our new users, I'm from New Zealand, which explains why I don't enunciate anything. I'm effectively a hobbit. Cool. Does anyone, no more questions? Mark, are you still there? I assume you are. Cool. Awesome. Okay. Well, I mean, if everyone wants to hang around, I noticed that there's still like 9 people here. You're more than welcome to. I'm just going to talk with Mark about how to add, you know, add videos to the related video widget. That's something that's been a little bit tricky, just because you have to go in and out of the campaign to actually make that happen. So I'm just moving my desk a little bit to be more comfortable. So I can understand the confusion. We've done a couple of trainings on it before, but we'll just run through that again and again. If anyone has any other pointers or anything they want to offer to Mark or myself while we go through this, feel free to shout out. But Mark, let's get going. Cool. Okay, so you'll see that. Dear Avery, I've heard great things about your shave oil, and once I finally reach puberty, I'm going to get some. So can't wait.
Looking forward to it. Thanks.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go down to Dance as a campaign. As you saw earlier, it didn't have much going on. Russ rather. Didn't have didn't have much going on, but what we're going to do is we're going to add a widget. And that widget obviously is going to be the other videos. Cool. And so now that we have the other videos widget, this is probably the point where you've got a little bit confused, Mark, if I'm right. You know, you don't know how to get the other videos relevant to what you're posting on that particular campaign. Again, I'm just assuming I don't know what point you got up to. But what I'll do is I'll show you. So again, you can, change the layout. You can do, 3 videos, 4 videos. You can have how many ever different rows or whatever. But what you do is you select the stage group and you go save. And whatever videos you put into that stage group, they're what's going to show. And you're probably asking right now, well, that's great, Brim, but how do I add the stage group? For whatever reason, my widget has just disappeared, but that's okay because I should start from 0. So I'll show you how to add videos to a stage group first of all. So we'll go to My Stages. We'll go to Stage Group Management. So again, My Stages, Stage Group Management. And this is where we're going to create like a little pool of videos of relevant content, Mark. So, if I have a dance campaign, I'm going to make sure that all the relevant content is dance related. And I might drop in a video there that's, loosely related to dance, but maybe it's more to do with my, I don't know, one of my affiliate companies or an MLM I'm signed up to. So, but primarily I'm going to want to keep it dance related. And then, so pretty much this is our dance group. All we're going to do is we'll just start from scratch again, but we'll go dancing for this one, just so there's a little bit of differentiation. We'll add that as a new group. So you can see here, we've got dancing as our group, but we have 0 stages. What that means is that although we have a stage group, we've got no videos in there. So again, we're just going to go on to, let me just go YouTube. We'll just go dance. And let's get this one here. This is a really popular one from last year, if anyone remembers. And we'll stage that. Awesome. And we'll go down to, what was our campaign? Dance, that was our campaign. Then we'll select our stage group. And this is what you're going to want to remember to make sure that it goes into that related videos widget is selecting the stage group. And so obviously, like we just made dancing, so dancing is going to be the one. We can do hashtags again, so dancing, and then maybe hip hop, just for the sake of it. And then we're going to create the stage. We don't need to open it because we're not creating it for the purpose of it garnering views. We're creating it for the purpose of populating that widget. And all we're going to do is we're going to go 3 more videos, so it's populated completely. So here's another one. This is a goodie. I think it's got close to 3 million views. So again, we're just going to go stage it. We're going to do the exact same process where we go dance and we go dancing, and then we add a hashtag just for the sake of it, and we create the stage. And then one more, just because we need to have 3. I'm going very heavy Alan, so I'll get away from her for now. And we'll go stage this one, we'll stage it, we'll go dancing, we'll go hip hop. Oh, and oh man, I forgot to add the template. Sorry about that, Mark. Cool, okay, and then we'll just create that. And so we'll close all of those, and now we'll go back into our members area and we'll just refresh stage group management. And you'll see now that dancing here has got 3 stages, which is awesome because that's the amount we need to populate that widget if we're going to do 3 videos in 1 row. So we'll go back into the campaign. And if you need me to revisit any of these, Mark, just feel free to shout out or type a quick message. And we'll go into the check out my other videos widget. We'll click on the edit button. So we've got 3 across 1 row, and then we'll just go dancing. Cool, and then we'll go save. And you can see that the 3 videos I just looked at are all presented in front of us here. They're all relevant to dancing. They're all popular videos. And then when someone clicks on that, It's going to take them through to the exact same campaign that they're on right now, but obviously it's going to be a new video. It's going to be new content for them to look at. And if you want to make it so that, you know, you've got, instead of 1 row, you've got 5 rows of 5, and you've got, you know, 25 videos in this widget, you can do that. You just need to manually pull those videos from YouTube so that you select, you're selecting all that content that the widget is populating it. Does that make sense,
Okay.
Mark?
Absolutely. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Cool, no worries. Okay, so if you need me to go over that again, feel free to ask any questions about it. And I do appreciate you sort of shouting out, because it's all well and good for, you know, people to not know a point and then just hope that we do a training on it. But quite more often than not, we'll try and find new things to train on as opposed to revisiting old things. So if you are having any issues, just send us a message and we can do a training on it. Because if you're having that same issue, we know a lot of people will. So like I said, it's adding the widget, and then you just create a stage group through My Stages and Stage Group Management, and then you populate that group and you are good to go.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good weekend.
No worries, you too. And to anyone else on the line, we've got viewer 8 and viewer 11. Appreciate you tagging along. Next time, feel free to change your name like Mark and I have. All you do is you go into your little user panel, you click on the down arrow, and you can change the name. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, everyone, for hopping on, and I'll talk to you all on Sunday. Have a good day.